Self-evaluation for a new era. This file is a comprehensive outline of self-evaluation that will also help you when it comes to school improvement planning. What has happened is that we have actually looked at the framework from Ofsted very carefully and recognised that there are 4 major issues for you to look at under curriculum intent. Within curriculum intent, each of those 4 areas have been looked at separately. So for curriculum intent question 1, I have then created a series of questions that you need to be asking yourself. For each of these questions, the next stage has been to divide the question up into outstanding practice, good practice, practice that requires improvement, and indeed inadequate practice. So what you have is a descriptor, and your job would be to use highlighters to recognize the practice currently in your school. Once you've used the highlighters, perhaps green for something you feel very positive about, and red for something that you're not yet doing, you can then actually bring a summary page together which would actually outline for you your curriculum intent statement. Similarly with curriculum implementation, there are 6 things that Ofsted asks us to look at. And just as with the curriculum intent, questions have been created against each of those 6 areas. For each of the 6 areas, we have descriptors, outstanding, good, required improvement, and inadequate, to help you assess exactly where you are currently in your school. Just as with the curriculum intent, you're then able to actually bring a summary page together using the highlighted parts that you've already identified. We then continue with curriculum impact and the 2 areas looked at there before moving on and doing the same process with leadership and management in the first place, where Ofsted has identified 8 areas for you to look at, personal development, which has 4 areas to look at, and finally behaviour and attitudes, which has another 4 to look at. You could, for instance, use this to create your own self-evaluation statement. You could also use it to create your own school development plan or school improvement plan. In each case, you are guaranteed to be using the Ofsted criteria as your main way of identifying what you are doing well and what you perhaps need to be working on for the next year or 2.